here we go. Real title. Real stream title. Make sure all my audio is working. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Kidding, I made sure it all worked before. All right. All right. All right. Um, there's new buttons. They changed the UI on all this stuff again. Oh, yeah. Eerily silent. But I'm not gonna start the Honkai Star Rail music though. Um, phasing my windows. My windows. Oh, I hate Nintendo so much. What? What do you mean? I I didn't even eat that much today. Last thing I ate was at 12 o'clock. Wait, that was so long ago. That explains why I'm hungry. You're right, I should totally order pizza to my house. That would be a good idea. And I have enough Domino's points to get a free pizza. What ad? Hang on. Okay, yeah, that's actually something I was gonna do. Hang on. Let me fix that real quick. Here we go. Um, that's automatically scheduled. Excuse me. Um, Stream display ads. Okay, turn that off. Okay. Actually, wait, what? Can I not? Can I not just turn them off? At the flirting stage with this one girl, send the Gojo pic. Wait, is that the which one is that? I'm gonna need a reminder. That wait, that's an anime character, isn't it? I was for some reason I was thinking of what is the Watch Mojo thing? The Watch Mojo logo. I'm like, what does that mean? I not. Ah, I can't. Stream display ad. I can't. So I turned Ad Manager off because what I'm thinking right now, right, is 5 cents isn't worth having a conversation or a rant ruined by a freaking 30-second ad. I don't know, have you met her yet? I think you need to meet her at least once before you can send that. No? Okay. I would say as long if you meet her once and she still wants to talk to you, then send that. But I could be just completely wrong. I guess it depends on the person. I set my I set a key to reset my face, but I don't know if it's working. Didn't. Oh, it went pretty well. Oh, I don't know. It might work. I'm not sure. I have a very very minimal experience in the field that you're asking about. Advanced settings. Yeah, I just disabled ad manager, so hopefully that stops ads, because, like, 5 cents isn't worth everything. So she also has a child. The one you're talking to now, or the one you were talking to before? Critical dad arc? Both. Midwest. No, what's, hang on, there's an answer. Improper education only attracts single moms. You're just gonna have to roll with it, man. That's what it seems like. Or you're gonna have to match with someone 5,000 miles away and then be good with it. Oh my Sigma. What the Sigma? When you matched with in Mexico. Yo, you going to Mexico, Crit? I hear it's good, and as long as your parents don't have money, you won't be held for ransom. You have to. You got to go to Mexico, man. It's where all the single women are at that don't have kids already. A Breaking Bad filter. Yeah, the sky is yellow down in Mexico. It's not normal blue. It's just like a yellow tinted. I'm now live. Oh, thanks. Whoa. Oh, that's crazy. I'm live. Insane. Where's Replica? I want Replica to at least be here because this I skipped around it. I skipped around the direct while I was at work, and every single thing I saw made me go, "What? That's horrible." Or they're lying. Oh, so where's the Sonic to punch the pregnant man? All right. Well, tell me if you guys get any ads at any point. They managed to pull 120 FPS out of that box. If if they can make the God handheld console, that'll be great. That's fantastic. I'll be so happy. However, I think they're lying through their teeth. They hit 120 FPS on a NES game, and they're like 120 hertz display. Like freaking the PS5 and the Xbox. They're like, we go up to 120 hertz and 4K, but not at the same time, and also only on one, two, or maybe three games. Just play on your phone. Yeah, literally. Like, uh, if they do what they're promising, it's gonna be like a god tier console, right? Because 4K 60 hertz, 1080p 120 hertz, that's what the PS5 and the Xbox Series are doing. But if then a Nintendo handheld console can do that when you just plug it into a TV, that'll be crazy. Actually insane. Although, I mean, it's probably going to be freaking AI generated. That's probably what it is. It's probably not actually going to be running at any sort of decent FPS, but it's AI generating what looks like that much FPS. How much more money they'd make if they release Goop. Yeah. They have like what? They have Animal Crossing on mobile and then the Mario one on mobile. And I think they discontinued both of them, so I don't think it's working out for them. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem. But I guess that's not directly Nintendo, is it? That's It's mostly intelligent systems or something, but I don't know. Yeah, Fire Emblem's insane. It was like one of the biggest mobile games for a while, and then Oyo invaded and put Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail's better right now, at least. Before we get like 10 years of power creep, like Fire Emblem Heroes, and you gotta read paragraphs. Star Rail, Star Rail, Star Rail, Star Rail mentioned. Star Rail mentioned. Zhensho Lofu gambling. Where is Replica? I need Replica to be here. Replica roll call. Replica check. Roll check. Replica roll check. He's here. What roll check is it? Roll call. That's what it's called. It literally doesn't exist. Let's talk about Tarkov, Fire Emblem, or tanks and Star Rail and Star Rail. Responded. Did you send the? Did you send the image? Did you send the Gojo? The Gojo meme? No. Okay. Is something far worse? More unspeakable? Did you send her a picture of your face? I say that in a laugh in like a goofy manner, but like that's also very anxiety inducing, at least for me. And so that's like, oh yeah. Oh, what? Oh, great. Don't do that. All right, guys. All right. All right. Replica's here. We got some people here. I think we can start here. Both in the same play 900 mods Baldur's Gate 3. Um I need to finish my normal playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 first. Actually, yeah. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. We need to play eventually. I don't know, dude. I should have played Baldur's Gate 3 while I didn't have a job, honestly. But I think if I put away all of my money and when I start my schooling, I'm going to not be working there and schooling's going to get paid for. I think. I hope and I assume. Because if it doesn't, well, wait, hang on. Hang on. Where is it? Let me change the setting real quick. I seem to be um offsetting myself. Every time. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I'll send she bears to kill you. That's a Bible reference. She bears, exactly. I set a keybind to global reset position hotkey. Shift up arrow. I said it is this. Yes. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Elijah reference? No, it's actually a Second Kings reference. It's a Second Kings chapter 2 verses 23 and 24. It's really funny because I had Bible study classes or whatever, like most I don't even know what generalization I was gonna make, but I would use that whenever they're like, okay, now let's share scripture. And it was really funny because I'd say half the time, right? Half the time, some like I don't even know how to describe it, but like not elderly women, but like middle-aged women who were my teachers would just be like, "Oh, my heart, that's so horrible. Why would something like that happen?" It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Did you miss the rest of the book? What? What? This is nothing new. What? I don't know. It's funny. It's funny. Arguing with uh church people is funny a lot. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see. Scene. Here we go. All right. Nintendo Direct. Here we go. This is gonna be horrendous. All right, guys, grab your popped corn. Let's get into it. Oh, colorful blocks. Oh my gosh, I'm engaged. Basically going into shape. Whoa. Yo, if I was like 4 years old, this would be blowing my mind. Are they gonna have a Lego game? They better. What the heck is that? Some game footage captured in engine. Some. Sounds like the beginning to Persona 4. Put on Subway servers and baby sensory bitten corner. Is it just talking about Mario Kart? I really do not care about Mario Kart. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it's okay when you go to like a friend's house and watch it or play it for like 10 minutes. You play like a round and then somebody quits and then everybody just stops playing Mario Kart. Like, it's... I don't know, maybe I just don't like racing games. And then whoever like actually owns the copy of Mario Kart is the one that's winning. Wii Mario Kart is peak. That's true. That is true. And you could unlock Dry Bowser if you like did all the stages on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, there's always just someone who knows how to play Mario Kart and they just win every round. Yeah, and the Wii had you plug the Wii remote into the wheel, and that's cool. That's fun. And you could steer the wheel. You were driving a Mario Kart. Oh my goodness gracious, how long does this go on for? Oh, they got biker gear. Different outfits? My mind is exploded. Okay, I'm ragging on this too much. You know, it's another Mario Kart, so that's probably cool for people who like Mario Kart. Mario Kart didn't do nothing. Mario Kart didn't need to catch all of them strays.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of
Why do I have French subtitles on?
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
This guy.
Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
Bro's name is Dota?
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, the wheel is just a piece of plastic, but it was such a meaningful piece of plastic that changed how you played the game and made the game so much more comfy to play. And it was so good. The Wii was so peak. The Wii was peak. Like, that's just where Nintendo peaked. The 3DS was also really good. Okay. Okay, how long do they talk about Mario Kart? I'm skipping the Mario Kart, all right?
Mario Kart World!
Wow.
The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart
Madagascar card Wii.
So be on the lookout for more.
Yeah, you could like buy like different ones and stuff.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day.
They're still talking about Mario Kart. That's crazy.
We'll share more details in the future, so we
PSP, PS Vita, and Game Boy. The PSP and PS Vita were pretty cool, but
Next,
they got
I'd like to introduce
they just got
the
ditched, didn't they?
features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
All right,
for
they
Switch 2.
they look a little bigger.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
All right, what does it do?
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
You can press it. It's the button. Where's the fish button? Alone. Okay, okay. Why Nintendo gotta be like this? Alone. You're alone playing the Switch. You're not playing the Switch with friends. No one plays the Switch with friends. They buy the Switch to play games by themselves. Gone are the days of going over to a friend's house and playing video games at their house. Because every kid just gets their own Switch for Christmas.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
I'm playing the Switch as Fire Emblem. I've been playing Xenoblade. The COVID update really. This is they're adding Discord to the Switch. They had this on Wii U. They had this on Wii U, by the way. The Wii U had a chatting app where you could chat with your friends. So if someone was on your friends list and you added them through like Miiverse or a video game, because you could add people through games or on Miiverse, and then you could go into the, I forgot what it was called, but there was an app on the Wii U that you could voice chat with people and picture chat because the Wii U pad had a camera on it and a microphone. The Wii U pad had more stuff on it than the Switch does. The Switch 1 at least, I don't know, because she's talking with no headset, so obviously the Joy-Cons are... Does that mean the Joy-Cons are going to have a microphone? So if these Joy-Cons are more expensive, they've lost me. Like, Joy-Cons being $80 for a bunch of useless features is already absurd. And just, they better not be more expensive. If like a pair of Joy-Cons that's cool colors is more expensive, it's Jover.
Wait, no, 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 no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Okay, so they're adding a Wii U feature back to the Switch.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
You're able to talk with your friends. This is revolutionary.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate.
Nintendo made it to the Xbox 360 era.
Should we follow you?
Kid racist in Mario Kart. Oh no.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Why is it at the top of the Switch? Bro, what? Wait, so there's not a microphone on the Joy-Cons. Okay, that's, I think, good. However, you're supposed to be talking across the room into your Switch. Bro, that is going to be background noise palooza. That is, it's only right. Bro. So you're going to need to be playing completely alone. Otherwise, everyone's going to hear everything going on in your house.
All right, let's keep going. Okay.
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Really? Really? Are you sure about that? They're stuffing a crazy high quality mic. Yeah, I think they are making new Pro Controller. However, they're saying that the Switch itself is so high quality it can pick up your voice from across the living room and then be good enough to talk with your friends like that. I'm having some doubts about the legitimacy of how well that's going to work.
Look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly.
Yeah. So it's not going to drown it out like every other noise canceling technology that happens. Because if there's something louder than you going on, it's very hard to get your voice through the noise cancellation. You literally lie. This, I'm gonna say, is a lie. We're calling this a lie. Like, that's not happening.
Did you get hit by a bow? Okay, nice, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's okay.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you
It
easily
probably
chat
works a
with
lot
your
better in
friends.
handheld mode.
If you open the chat menu, turn on
Who is
voice
that?
sharing,
Hang on, guys. We gotta look up who the Switch
you can also share your
tester in the direct is.
On top of that dinosaur.
Really? They can do that?
Actor number 5.
Oh shoot! Oh,
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
oh no 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 no!
Is Mario Kart the only game they have for this so far?
you can chat to your heart's content.
Oh my gosh. Look at the frame rate on the games.
Oh wow! I'm like in the sky right here.
The small displays being at 10 FPS. You can screen share your games. They can get a kind of general idea of what's going on.
Oh, I'm falling! I'm falling! I'm falling! Okay, we got it. We're safe. We're safe.
Kirby.
Oh my goodness.
That's so cute.
That doesn't.
So cute.
I mean, cool, I guess.
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
Maybe
I'm lost. Like, where'd you go?
maybe you can focus and then
Or
it,
expand another friend.
maybe it goes better frame rate if you. Oh, okay. I guess it doesn't. Like, I was thinking if you expand it, it would get like better frame rate. But
Little wall ride.
I mean, why would they showcase that?
Can watch them play.
This is truth. I think this is a truth. I think they're advertising this the way it's going to be.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, I guess it's cool. Like if you've never had a PC and screen shared on a PC, this would be very revolutionary.
Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button.
So that's what the dedicated button is for? Is it compatible? I'm pretty sure it is backwards compatible. Because if it wasn't, this thing would be dead in the water. And I'm pretty sure they've said it's backwards compatible. Switch is meant for casuals, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the Switch is meant for casuals. Which is funny because they're advertising the 120 FPS 4K like anybody knows what that means. Bro, you ask someone about 120, you ask I guess normal person about like 120 FPS and they're like, "Oh no, it looks the same as a 30 or whatever." They're like, "You can't even tell the difference, or the maximum a human eye can see is 30 FPS anyway." So I mean, this I guess is cool. It's cool, but like
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
Nintendo Switch 2 camera. Yo, they're bringing back this feature from the Wii U.
To the system. Hey,
Hey, what's up? Hello.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
I mean, this camera's gonna cost you $120. The camera's gonna cost you $100 at least.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
There you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Faye? What's Faye? Do what?
Look forward
Wait.
to games which you
Oh,
this.
I see.
No, wait. No, and go left. Left. I'll let you fix
Go a
it.
little more this way.
I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. I had a whole day at work, man. A whole day at the long day factory.
Hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules.
It looks like the camera feed is better quality than the game feed.
Hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere.
As long as you have an active internet connection and an active Nintendo Switch Online subscription.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to
I mean-
enjoy playing online with others more closely.
I mean, I guess that's
including
cool,
family and
right?
friends.
That's cool, I
Almost as
guess.
if you're all playing together in the same place.
COVID did irreparable damage.
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera,
$89.99.
which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
For how much? They're not going to say any prices.
Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
What's the point? What's the point? The point is to trick people into buying it. And they'll be like, "Oh, I don't have to pay to use my own internet connection?" And then they'll be stuck with it past the return period. One year for free game chat. Is the game chat? Let's see. Until March 31st, Nintendo Online membership is not needed to use game chat. After the game chat open access period is ended, Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required. Okay. All right. Yeah, here's where the Switch Online price goes up. $70. Is that how much the camera is? Is that real?
We hope you'll try it out. Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example,
Life exists at 30 FPS.
also
Laptop is
if your
dying.
child wants to use
Oh,
Game Chat to
no.
play with their friends.
Okay, once you graduate, you'll be making big money. Then you can buy a whole PC. Ad starts? Bro, I turned ads off. I don't know what more I could do. Okay, there's an ad in 1 minute. Othello?
Even if you just have one game,
Wow.
you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game with GameShare. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game.
Is it? So they're adding back a feature from DS. Oh, there's ultra wide Switch. Want Nintendo Switch the long way. And it's just like a foot long screen, but it's only it's just a giant rectangle. That would be so horrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, well there's an ad. It should only be 30 seconds. I'm sorry guys, I couldn't turn them off. I tried to. I disabled the ad manager. I don't know why it's still playing ads. Yeah, this is just DS download play. I'm like the Switch 1 didn't have this. That's actually I don't know. Yo, what up, meme? Long time no see because I've been MIA. I've been bed rotting a lot, you know? You know how it is. And now I work a job, so you know, it's worse than bed rotting. I'm body rotting. Selling my soul to the corporate overlords. Yeah, what's up, meme? What's new? We're just complaining about Nintendo here because Nintendo sucks. Did you guys even get an ad? Is there an ad? Tweaking for a job. No, there's no ad? Alright. Apply to like 10 places, nothing. Yeah. Yeah, see, I was doing that for like a year. I probably could have been applying to places harder. Oh, but I mean okay. Alright. Yeah, I guess I turned off the ad manager and it worked. It's just still you know, giving me reminders for some reason. Meme paying for 2 bodies right now. Got an ad, is it loaded in? I turned off pre-rolls. I specifically demanded they turn off pre-rolls. This is horrible. Oh well, it is what it is. Dude, scammed. Actually scammed. I don't know why, but only on mobile. Mobile Twitch is something else, man. I tell you. I tell you what. Mobile slop moment, literally. Mobile slop. Speaking of mobile slop.
With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems.
Oh, that's interesting, actually. That's actually pretty cool.
GameShare can only be used with compatible games.
Oh.
This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games.
Mario Odyssey? Bro, the second person in Mario Odyssey plays the hat. Hey bro, yo, hop on Switch Online. I'm gonna game share Mario Odyssey. Yeah, bro, you get to play Cappy. I'm gonna be playing the game and you can just play the little hat that flies around. Yeah, bro, come on, bro. I need someone to play Cappy for me. Super Mario Galaxy co-op where the other guy collects stars.
GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Or in the second one, you actually got your own little Luma.
Up next,
Effect added.
I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
That is why we're here.
Let's take a look.
Bigger screen, same thickness.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen.
Is that bigger than the OLED? Oh no, that is bigger than the OLED.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch.
Oh yeah, it's 1080p, huh?
In greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Bro, that looks horrible. Okay, that doesn't look as bad zoomed out, but like, what is smooth gameplay up to 120 FPS. Okay, I think this is a bold-faced, not full truth. It does say up to. Yeah, 120 FPS, only available in compatible games. The compatible games include NES games, other two-dimensional games, anything 8-bit, anything that doesn't have any 3D graphics to render, anything that's got nothing going on, and farm sim games. Because yeah, PS5 and Xbox were like, oh, we go up to 100, we could push 120 FPS on this. There's 3 games that use it, and then you need, and you're gonna need a specialized or I guess it won't do that docked, right? It doesn't do 120 FPS docked, but the screen being 120 Hz is kind of crazy. However, I'm not sure how the battery better be pretty beefy. Otherwise, if you're running 120 Hz, if you're running 120 Hz display handheld, your battery's gonna be lasting like what, 10 minutes, bro. Or I don't know. Maybe they're optimizing things this time. I don't know.
Screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
I'm glad they had that little animation there. Vivid LCD.
LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR.
More vivid than like the last Switch. Maro. It's Maro. Didn't the original Switch have LCD screen? Like, why are they saying the LCD screen is more? HDR always looks off. Yeah, I don't. I don't even understand what HDR is. Like, I've turned it on and it was like, because the Steam Deck has HDR, right? And it's like, I don't know, there's not much difference, or I couldn't tell the difference, or I'd have to like close the game and then boot it up to see it again. OLED, yeah. The OLED Switch looks amazing. Key feature being LCD. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Switch OLED, the screen is amazing. It look like the OLED screen on the Switch OLED looks better than my OLED TV. But I don't know, TVs kind of suck nowadays. I don't even know if that's comparable. The OLED Switch screen, really nice. Really, really nice. I'm not sure if I'll be able to downgrade to an LCD screen, Nintendo. When are we getting an OLED Switch too? Like, come on. Magnetically. This is huge.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically.
This is huge. That actually is going to make the thing so much more comfortable to use, because anytime I'm holding my Switch Joy-Cons, it feels like they're loose, and it feels like my Switch is just going to fall out, even though there's like little clips, right? No more cursed slidey. Yeah, this I hated how the Joy-Cons felt, because it felt flimsy, it felt shaky. But yeah, this where it's got the magnetic clips, that's gonna be better. So much better. So much better. This is good. This is very good.
Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button.
The magnets lose. Do magnets do? I don't think magnets lose strength, do they? Like, they can't just like lose their magnetic pull. Do magnets wear out? I don't think they do that, do they? Anybody a magnet scientist? Depends on the magnets. Depends on the magnets. You mean Nintendo can get the cheapest magnets possible and have your Joy-Cons only attached to your Switch for up to 6 months? Oh no. Oh no. Not that fast? Okay, not that fast. Instead of replacing the Joy-Cons, you gotta get a new screen too. Wait, okay, so the Joy-Cons are magnetic, right? That means there's just like metal bits, metal clips and stuff on the Switch. So like the Switch, the Joy-Con has the magnet, and then it like attaches to like the metal on the Switch, right? Hmm. Okay, this seemed like a good feature at first, but now that I know just a teeny tiny bit more about magnets, seems like, but I don't know, they still clip in. Like there's still a clip, and then like both sides of the Switch are like held on, right? And there's still a clip. So this would still be better, honestly. It's definitely better than what they had before, right? At the very minimum.
On the back. and SR buttons.
Okay. Playing with a Joy-Con like that, they advertised that a lot when the Switch was first coming out, right? Impossible to play anything like that. Like maybe Mario Party or something, right? But yeah, no, those tiny buttons, there's no way you're like doing anything meaningful with that. It was a cool concept, but no, if you have bigger hands than a toddler, it's not working. Yeah, I mean, this is cool.
Greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
Joy-Con 2. Larger Okay, larger control sticks. What about better control sticks?
The left and right sticks are now larger.
What? What?
2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger.
Excuse me? The left and right sticks are now larger. So did they change? You have stick drift to deal with anyway. Bro. Okay, so there was all those rumors about Nintendo filing a patent on Hall Effect joysticks, right? Which those are like the magnets, right? Large. They're just bigger joysticks. That's it. No, nothing about improved mechanics so they don't drift after 5 business days of use. Like what? I I guess that's the Nintendo way, right? There's a huge glaring issue, and so you just don't mention it under any circumstance. And so they're just like,
The left and right sticks are now larger.
that's all. That's all they have to say. Is that like an under the table jab at people who at every single person who owned a Switch? Is that what that is? It's like they're now larger. What? You wondering about drift? Well, that's not a real problem. So sorry, bud. So did they not say anything about them being Hall Effect? They had a patent, right? Or is that just all the fake leakers high on copium? I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely not buying one of these day one. Mouse controls. See, this is interesting.
Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games.
I'm not sure how.
Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
I mean, this looks really interesting, but that doesn't look comfortable. I don't know how long that's gonna be comfortable for. Like, I don't know. That looks really. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's gonna be comfortable, but it could be interesting. You can finally play a shooter on the Switch
Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
or Splatoon. Through
By
speakers.
adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld.
Okay, better
and
speakers.
modes.
Better speakers. That's good. Built-in
It has a
mic
built-in microphone, so
at the
you can
top
voice
of the
chat with
Switch.
friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds.
The noise cancellation technology that can apparently stop a blender going on right behind you. And then your voice gets through perfectly. Definitely a stretch of the truth, if not a lie.
So your voice will come through clearly.
3D audio.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Is you supposed to use the mic as yeah, you're supposed to use it as handheld because if you use it across your living room, that's not working properly. There's no way.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely.
A large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
Move it freely, like this.
Wow. 2 USB-C ports.
In addition to the USB
Huge.
port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Finally. We're trying to play the Switch
For
while,
connecting a USB-C camera,
or like a charger while you're playing.
charging in tabletop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it just you cannot charge the system in tabletop mode before. It's crazy.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch.
I mean, that's a lot.
Game downloads, save data,
Wait, Xenoblade X mentioned? Hang on.
Nintendo Switch.
Xenoblade X right there. Xenoblade X mentioned. Fire Emblem mentioned. Fire Emblem Engage.
For storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
I mean, 256 gigs is a lot.
Is also
Like, most people won't need more than that. Faster SSD. New dock, 4K support. It'd be crazy if they somehow made this thing backwards with... If it was backwards compatible with 3DS games, that'd be insane. I don't think there would be any possibility of that working, though, because the resolution's completely different. 2 screens. However, if they did do that, that'd be... The Switch 2 would be the best console, like, in the world, you know? And on top of that, doing 120 FPS. And then also doing 4K while docked. 4K while docked. How? Doubt. Yeah, doubt. If 4K while you're watching a video. So like if you open the YouTube app on your Switch, you can watch 4K videos. You can see the jank face models in 120 FPS 4K. They look all right with like upscaled. Like on PC, they look okay. 4K DLSS ultra performance 120 FPS frame gen. Yeah. Yeah, they are working with Nvidia, you know, the guys who are making the graphics cards that have AI run everything and you know, don't actually run anything.
use the Nintendo
Are they actually? Yeah, the 50 series? I think it's like, I forget what the details are, but there's like more AI cores or whatever they used to power those was like CUDA cores, or that's ray tracing. I don't know. They're like focusing on making the graphics card run an AI thing to generate a game for you instead of the actual raw performance. So like 40 series is better than the 50 series in terms of performance. Is Nintendo? Yeah, I'm pretty sure their the chipset they're using is Nvidia. What about the 50? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm 70% sure Nintendo is using Nvidia chipsets. I'm pretty sure. I read something about that before at some point, but that could just be completely wrong, like the joysticks being Hall effect, you know?
Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution.
Up to 4K resolution. Most of the time it's going to be a 1080p though. Like 99% of the time it's going to be 1080p, but up to 4K resolution.
For compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Oh, it does 1440p. That's interesting. And ventilation.
The
Oh, that's a
Nintendo Switch
fan.
has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
Headpad minigame, 120 FPS. If they release Fates on the Switch, or if they release Fates Remastered on the Switch with the face petting minigame reinstated, it's going to be a peak console solely because of that. 4K TV. You can see it if you're up close. Like, you can definitely see it, right? Like the resolution being 4K as opposed to 1440p, you can see it. It does look better. However, everything it takes to make it do that is not worth it. And like, yeah, it's not worth it.
This helps keep performance stable.
But yeah, this is gonna be great because while I'm playing Xenoblade and my Switch is docked, that thing is heating up a lot. Like that thing's warm. It literally turns it into a toaster. But yeah, no, this is good. This is cool. I'm actually kind of scared about the compatible Switch games. Like, what games are they not gonna let you play on the Switch? 2.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games as well as compatible Nintendo
Fire
Switch
Emblem,
games.
Xenoblade. That's all that matters.
Games are supported.
See, all these look like meaningful upgrades if they're not blatant
Just saw
mistruths.
Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved
proposed a Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features.
From the ground up. Is that entirely truthful? Fire Emblem Three Houses and Engage are not backwards. No, it just showed them on there. It has to be compatible. I don't. There. See, if there were Switch specific features for the console, then the game might not be compatible. But there's nothing. There's nothing that makes the Switch unique in any sort of way at all, except for being able to take off the controllers.
And to help players better.
Unless like there's an IR sensor, like Ring Fit Adventure actually. Ring Fit Adventure and then like 1-2 Switch, I think use the IR sensor that's on the right Joy-Con, which exists for no reason at all. Zero game. Okay, 2 games use the infrared sensor at all. That I know of, right? And I'm a freaking nerd. So they jam, you know, the extra $20 infrared sensor in your right Joy-Con to make your Joy-Con super expensive with 0 games using it. Also, the Joy-Cons having an NFC reader, I don't think is necessary.
Understand the Switch 2 hardware. We're
Nerd?
currently developing this game.
I might be a nerd.
Mr. Kawamoto.
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This
Stretch. Strong door. So, okay, so I have a general idea of what this is, right? So the PS5, right? It comes with this little mini game on it that you can download for free, or it's already on it. It's like Astro's Playroom or whatever. It takes you around all the different things the console can do, and it's like a little cool little platformer. It's full of personality, throwbacks, references, completely free. It's kind of its own little mini game. There's games. It runs you through how the console works and all that sort of cool stuff.
is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Okay, so there'll actually be software on the Switch, like the 3DS and the Wii and all that had.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here.
Okay, so see, here's a bad thing already, right? So Nintendo made these things called Miis, right? On the Wii. They were super cool, super unique, super customizable, right? Were so full of personality. What are these things? PS5 controller. Dude, I don't like the adaptive triggers. They're cool, they're interesting, but like, I don't know. Randomly having to put more force on the triggers, it throws me off every time. Like Demon Souls, when you're trying to shoot a bow and then all of a sudden R2 is just like really difficult to press down. The B. Me too's B. Yeah, see? We're introducing Mii's 2. They have no defining qualities at all. You can change the shirt and the pants and the hair. It doesn't even look like you change the hair. So you can change the color of the hair. $20 Mii deals. Okay, so this looks really lifeless. Like what? Okay, maybe we'll zoom in.
Okay, everyone, join
Bro, it's a slop ARPG.
me inside the game.
Inside the game.
There
Joy-Con
are a lot
area.
of question mark icons here.
Okay, so it's just like a little tutorial. Where are the magnets?
Where are the magnets?
Okay, so it's like a
Joy-Con 2 controllers attached to the system.
so it's like the little instruction pamphlet, right? Little instruction pamphlet. So they're saving on paper, so they're putting the instruction pamphlet on the Switch already. So if you want to look at it, you can go look at it and find it.
With magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy
Yeah, the 3DS had AR photo game. It had Face Raiders. It had the Mii channel or whatever. It had a lot. The 3DS had a lot on it, like pre-installed that you could just. Oh, it had the Street Pass games. Never played Face Raiders. I think I beat it. I think I beat Face Raiders. Yeah, no, you had to like swing your 3DS around and use the camera. Yeah, use all of the 3DS's features, right? Because the 3DS had unique features that made it distinguishable from other things. But yeah, I also played all the AR games and fought like the dragons and the bosses and did all those puzzles and stuff. That was really cool. The AR thing was really, really cool. You could go fishing in AR. You'd like flip the 3DS up to reel a fish in. You'd like solve block cube puzzle things. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Made the 3DS unique. All right.
Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system.
Oh, the buttons are the metal?
A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
Oh wait, so they're not clips? Okay, so they're not
Examining
clips.
signs like these,
Yo, what the
discover
heck?
all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
Wow.
Adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the
Speed
cup
golf.
while rotating the Joy-Con 2.
Bro, how'd they make a game work?
By
What is
combining the
what
mouse
is
controls
this?
and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini games and tech demos.
Tech demos. Yeah, we the Street Pass stuff. The Street Pass stuff was so fun because if you went to school, you could just have the VR golf. VR golf is better, yeah. Yeah, Street Pass was so cool because you could do save or find me. You had all the puzzle pieces, and they released new like puzzles every time there was like a new game or something, and so you get a new themed puzzle that you could collect pieces for. It was so cool. The 3DS was so cool, man. Oh, it was so good. And yeah, you would get Street Pass with other people, and then you'd like save your me and get new hats. Shaking my beads right now. Okay, so we got HD Rumble. So they still have HD Rumble for some reason because so many games used HD Rumble and not just normal Rumble.
Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital.
Excuse me?
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital.
What? Bro, no shot. Anybody is paying any sort of money for a glorified tech demo. What even? Paid. Paid. That looks like an instruction booklet that you have to click through. They're making you pay. Not see the line down there? The line of people who want to go buy Switch 2 Welcome Tour. So not only is this not going to come pre-installed on your Switch 2, you're going to have to purchase it with money and then download it and or buy it physically. That's disgusting. That's why nobody would buy this. Why would you buy this digital only? Oh, as a paid digital only game. I see. Yes, I see. I can read now. I unlocked reading. Okay, but that's actually crazy. You're paying for the instruction booklet. That's absurd.
Digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding.
You aren't a gamer if you don't have the instruction booklet game day one.
The game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
It doesn't have a little tab on it. They missed such a good opportunity.
Nintendo Switch game.
It's the same shape, the same size. So you can just jam it in a Switch 1 and then it'll say, oh, it doesn't work. Animators did a terrible job on those terrible lip sync. Yeah, this anime dub is not very good. Okay, they could have put a little tab on the top of the Switch 2. That would be, I don't know. It just would have been better. It would have been better because then you can't fit it in the Switch 1 and then it looks like the 3DS cartridges. Like, could have. Wait. The Switch cartridges taste like things. I forgot. They put like the really nasty stuff. So if the black Switch cartridges taste like nasty, are the red ones spicy? Are they just gonna make the red one too spicy? So if you try to put it in your mouth, it's just like really hot and you have to spit it out? Are this are the Switch 2 cartridges gonna are they gonna taste different? Switch 3 will have the notch. The Switch 3, I can't wait for the Switch 3 where they had 8K support. Switch cartridge seasoning package. And my Switch cartridge didn't come with a seasoning packet. And the sauce packet.
Game cards,
I wonder if
but it's now
I wonder if they even taste bad. I haven't tasted a Switch cartridge in a long time, so I wouldn't even know. I should taste my Xenoblade here soon, just to double check, make sure, you know.
red, and it has much faster data.
You tried? I tried way back when. I licked the Switch cartridge once. All right, I'm like, oh wow, that tastes nasty. That's funny.
Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work
Oh,
with
Rose.
micro SD
You
expansion.
seem like the type to eat things. Okay, I didn't eat it. I just licked it a little bit. All right. I had to see if they actually tasted bad.
They're a different type of
Oh,
SD
they
card
use
that will
faster?
make high-speed data transfers possible.
Oh, they use faster. Nice. That's pretty good.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be.
What? Okay, this seems like a horrible idea. You see, I'm a nerd, right? I can hardly tell the difference between these. What happens when a normal person goes to the store and they're like, I need a micro SD card for my Switch 2, and the minimum wage employee is like, yes, here's a micro SD card. I think one is slightly longer. So when you get home and unpackage it, or when you order an SD card off Amazon, you plug it in and it doesn't plug in. Why? Why? Is there the significant difference? Oh, is it because they want to keep the... It's probably because they want to guarantee the quote-unquote super fast load times, and so they just don't allow you to use the older kind of micro SD cards. Is probably what it is. Yeah, I can't wait for mention the teeth. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but still, you're not gonna... A normal person is not gonna know any of the differences between these. Like, yeah, a normal person is never gonna know the difference between these. Switch 2 launches, there's gonna be a wave of negative reviews on not express micro SD cards. They're gonna say not compatible with Switch 2. It does not fit in my Switch 2. It does not work. Because there's no immediate definable difference between these. People will riot over micro SD, surely. Or there's gonna be one old boomer, you know, riding on SD card. This does not work with my grandson's Switch 2.
With this feature, you can transfer save data,
Transfer data?
digital games, and more.
Oh, I would hope so.
We're also releasing a new Pro controller.
It's like a 3DS transfer. They're bringing another 3DS feature back. Huge. Okay, Pro 2 controller. The Switch Pro controller is actually pretty good. The thing is absurdly priced, but it's good. It works. I like it. It's comfy.
Which launches
See the DSi. The DSi probably did have it. Because I think you could transfer... Oh yeah, it did have it. It actually did have it. The DSi did have it because you could use it to transfer to another DSi or transfer your DSi games to your 3DS. So the DSi did have a system transfer tool. Not the controller. The controller does look nice.
is Game Chat.
However, the A, B, X, Y are swapped.
GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button control.
GL, GR.
In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced
Does the Switch Pro controller not have an audio jack? Gripper buttons. G for grippers.
a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also
The
be
official
an
Switch 2
developer
website.
article on the website
Yippee.
where the three of us will talk about the development Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
All right, so this normal Switch was atrocious, so we decided to remake it.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
So summer,
Very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it.
when you all get to experience it, which will be a year after that, because scalpers are just going to buy them all, and we're going to do nothing to stop them.
Broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Oh, this is where they announced the 3DS slot. 3 types of games: 3DS, Switch 1 games, Switch 2 games, and 3DS cartridges. Here we go. This is gonna be huge.
Take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is
Compatible Switch games.
Nintendo Switch.
It should be all of them.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third type.
What? Like, game type 1, Nintendo Switch 2 games. Game type 2, Nintendo Switch 1 games. Game type 3, Nintendo Switch 2 games.
These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2.
Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Is compatible games that were released
Nintendo
on
Switch 1 games.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third type.
Okay. Am I missing something here? So we got Switch 2 games, Switch 1 games, and then Switch 2 games. That's 3? I don't think that's 3.
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like
I love paid performance updates.
visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Wii U in shambles. Back to work I go. Have a good rest. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, meme. I'm gonna... If you care about me complaining about the Switch, I'm probably gonna... I don't know. I'll post the VOD or something. Maybe I'll edit it down if I feel crazy, but I don't know. If you care about that, if not, you know, whatever. I will see you later. Bye bye, meme.
Please take a look.
Now, see, the Wii actually got expansions for certain games that needed performance updates, and then they got their performance updates, and you didn't have to pay for them.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
Whoopee. I
The
mean, Mario
upgrade
Party's
expands on
cool.
the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
They're adding higher skill ceilings to Mario Party, guys. It's over.
more expressive rumble,
More expressive rumble.
and gameplay that uses a camera accessory. All of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
Yo, it's like Photo Dojo for the DSi. Already roll whole family. Yeah, see, now you can use the mouse controls. Now you can obliterate your family at Mario Party even harder. They just won't even stand a chance.
With a single camera, up to 4 players.
Like on the luck-based minigames, they like almost get you, but then you just have mouse controls and you just obliterate them. They don't even stand a chance.
Join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play.
Bring Faye back. So true.
All the reactions and emotions in real time. Or
The reactions and emotions in real time.
up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins.
They're going so slow.
Or with your voice, go. And compete in other minigames using full body movement and
This is just a WarioWare game.
finally.
This is WarioWare from the DSi. Expecting Fortnite Festival. No, but that's just WarioWare on the DSi. It used the camera and you could do the same. See, the DSi had a camera already installed on it, so you didn't have to buy a separate one for $70. The Wii U also had a camera installed on it, so you didn't have to buy a separate one for $70. The 3DS also had a camera on it already installed, so you didn't have to buy a separate one for $70. But the PlayStation 2 Move? Did the PlayStation 2 have a motion, move, groove, eye toy? Did the PlayStation 2 have like a motion control camera thing? I've never heard a single thing about that in my life. I think I heard about the PS3 where the PS3 had the funny wands that glue, glowed, glue, the funny glowy wands on the PS3 with the camera. Never seen that.
Take a ride on the mouse-controlled Carnival Coaster.
The mouse controlled.
The safety bar lowered and secured. You're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles
Bro,
of the toaster.
Bro, they added FPS to Mario Party. That's crazy. The time it worked. Yeah, PS2 is like, that's like 2004, wasn't it? Yeah, motion technology back then. Shoo, that's crazy. FPS, first person shoot. Okay, TPS, third person shooter. They added third person shooter to Mario Party. Family's done. You guys ain't never played a shooter before. You guys are done. You ain't beating me. You have your mouse over to the target and shoot them before they even react to it, dude.
When you enter a pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects.
So they're adding new mini games to the Mario Party.
Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls,
The built-in microphone,
and
bro.
the biggest
Bro, they were trying to
the station. From
that you
games that use a camera, the
they use a built-in microphone. So you're supposed to sit across the room, and the switch is supposed to identify you clapping from everything else going on in the background. Getting 1+3 for that, but 1+3, a 1v3 minigame? Bro, imagine a 1v3 minigame where Mario or someone's got a like toy gun or whatever it is, and you're supposed to go and shoot the other people, and they're supposed to hide or something, and you just got, gamer skills, and you just take out your whole family in 1 second. Okay, but this is absurd. The mic on this thing is not going to be this good. It's not going to identify your clap from across the room over everything.
built-in microphone,
It's like real life.
mouse controls, and Rumble. The biggest party yet is getting even bigger.
Rumble.
Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on.
Oh, so this is a separate thing. Okay, so these cool Mario Party games are not in the actual Mario Party game. You have to go to it, you open it, and then you go to a separate thing that has that wasn't even that many games. So like you just have another tech demo tacked on here. You're probably gonna have to buy this separately. Additional game system and accessory may be required for multiplayer mode. You're probably gonna have to buy this separately as like an additional thing.
On Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who
Oh,
already own
upgrade
Super
pack.
Mario
Yeah,
Party
huh.
Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
By purchasing an upgrade pack.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience where you can see each other's.
Please look forward to the same Mario Party experience, but now you can play online with your friends who are playing Mario Party, I guess.
Reactions while playing.
It's co-op games for Mario Party. Yeah, the versus ones are way better. Like the co-op ones, like maybe if it's a 2v2, $100 to experience all that. Yeah, $100 to experience the camera version of the minigames.
Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition.
I'm gonna crash out, dude. You can play the Actually, Tears of the Kingdom is okay. Breath of the Wild, extremely mid. It's not a horrible game by any means, but it's extremely mid. There's no reason to play it. So many other games do everything it does but better. It wasn't even revolutionary for the time, right? I hate both of them. That's fair. Played Breath of the Wild 4 months before Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom is like the finished product. Breath of the Wild's like half baked. Tears of the Kingdom is what it was supposed to be. Tears of the Kingdom felt like slop. See, Breath of the Wild was the slop. You just didn't experience it yet. And Tears of the Kingdom was like the finished product. But a lot of people say that because they played Breath of the Wild, and since there's zero replayability in the formula or the game, Tears of the Kingdom comes out and they're just like, oh, I played those before. But the dungeons, everything is infinitely better. The building mechanics kind of wacky or whatever, but yeah. Also, your funny powers, like your Sheikah Slate in Breath of the Wild and your funny arm in the Tears of the Kingdom, using those powers, turning on the powers 1 second, you just activate the power, your FPS dips below like 24. Neither of these games run a full 30 FPS during most of your game. So these things getting a performance update that you have to pay for is actually absurd. They're like, okay, now this game that we developed on our first party hardware is now going to run in an acceptable manner. Well, no, I played on PC. Okay, base.
Editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Switch 2 edition.
Enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Featuring bare minimum resolution and frame. Well, actually, no, higher resolution. That's cool, right? Like 720p, that's fine. 720p is okay. Like, you don't. 720p is good for games. Like, that's great unless you have like a gigantic TV or monitor and you're really seeing the grainy stuff. But frame rates, you're getting acceptable frame rates for this first time in the Switch's history. Like, you walk into a town, the game is chugging at barely 24 FPS. No weapon breaking mod makes the game better. I mean, I can see why they need you to break weapons. It's because the only thing you find exploring is more weapons. And so it's like, there's no incentive to explore if you don't break your weapon every 5 seconds. And yeah, the gameplay feels bad because when you're fighting something and a weapon breaks, if you're fighting a slightly tanky enemy, you have to go through 10 weapons. You have to break all of your weapons, and so you're spending half the fight menuing. It feels like you're playing Dark Souls 3. Like, I shouldn't have to, let me get a new weapon out. Let me get a new weapon now because the last one broke. It's like the weapons breaking isn't even like a bad thing, but the fact it doesn't like auto equip a new weapon. You have to go through your slide menu and swap every 5 seconds. Drip good. Yeah, the drip was good. The outfits were really cool in Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild has less outfits, but I mean some of the outfits were cool. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom having all the reference outfits is so good. Like, I don't know. It's nice. It's a nice touch having like reference outfits, you know?
And also support HDR.
Oh, they're showing the forest that ran at sub 20 FPS on the Switch.
Which makes the image more vibrant. So you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
I like how the video buffered there, and so it got really crunchy.
You can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
What is this?
This new feature can be accessed via...
Bro, what? Alright, we gave you a notepad on the Nintendo Switch app. We hope you enjoy.
The Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game...
The current Nintendo Switch Online app will be renamed to Nintendo Switch app. Bro.
Specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Oh, does it connect? Does it just connect to the game? What is it gonna do? Buy the physical book. It just listed to Goodwill. Exactly. Literally just get a notebook. Okay, but it looks like it actually connects to the game. but only the Switch 2 version, I guess.
For example, it can help guide you to various locations.
You see, you know what games had this feature of having a second screen while also having the game on the main screen, right? The Wii U. The Wii U did this. Breath of the Wild was going to have the map on the Wii U pad and the main game on the screen, but they took that away so they could make it more compatible with the Switch. Breath of the Wild would have been a much better game on the Wii U, which they did release it on the Wii U, but they made so many last minute changes, so it would be better for the Switch that they removed all of the uniqueness from the Wii U. The Wii U ran so the Switch could run. No, the Wii U ran so the Switch could walk. But then people just kept picking up the Switch because it's some new thing, and they advertised the Wii U poorly. It's so sad. The Wii U's so underappreciated. So the Switch could be pushed around in a wheelchair. Exactly. Literally carried by slop eaters. And then COVID. COVID helped the Switch a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, this they're pretending to be a Wii U. You get this app on your phone, and all of a sudden you have a pretend Wii U. The Wii U was good. It was good.
Like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating.
Voice navigation. Okay, I'm not gonna knock on this because there's people who like, need that sort of thing. Now there's no global pandemic. The Switch 2 is gonna sink because it's gonna have to be more expensive. Casual gamers don't even know what the heck 120 FPS means. They're just gonna. I actually don't know how many people are like diehard Mario Kart fans, but they release new Mario Kart and you have to have a Switch 2 to play it. People are gonna buy it. You just release one title. One slop title that everybody needs, and then you can grab it. He's all the compliment testicle. Look through my Nintendo camera. Or Smash, that's true. Proceed north. Oh, it actually just walks you through. It's a navigation. Take a left turn here.
Creations using QR codes and send them to another player to
QR codes? QR codes, hang on. This. Okay, you're scanning it on your phone. There's no way for the Switch to do it. Okay, so the way you're going to be able to mod your Switch 2 day one is someone's going to bust out some website that cracks your Switch 2, and all you have to do is scan a QR code with the upgraded version of Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. Easy.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
Now people are going to be able to put the giant mechs they have on the QR code.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
I wouldn't consider the resolution improved graphics, but never seen someone play a Kirby game. I played the Kirby games on the DS and the Game Boy. They were pretty good.
We hope you're looking forward to
But I mean, I don't know. I think they're pretty good games, but it's just like there's so much other stuff. All right. Yeah, Kirby's fun. I like Kirby, but I haven't played a Kirby game in a very long time. Metroid Prime 4. They advertised this when the Switch 1 launched. So, 7 years ago, they're like, Metroid Prime 4, coming soon. And then, nothing. But now. So, we're going to get mouse controls in Metroid Prime. That's going to... Is it going to be better than motion controls? I don't know if that'd be better than motion controls. Same bunker with Elder Scrolls 6 and Silk Song. Yeah, mouse controls on Metroid Prime.
Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Oh, there's gonna be a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 edition? Finally, Metroid Prime. Oh, that looks sleek.
Standard controls.
Yo, mouse controls.
Controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus,
Okay, that didn't... I don't know, that doesn't look as good as I would think. Maybe this person just... How are they holding that? It looks low pace.
Standard controls.
Oh, they're using the trigger? That oh, Dave & Buster off video game. Okay, Metroid Primes are insane. However, the way this person is playing it, I don't know about. I don't know. I don't know how comfortable that thing's gonna be. They're gonna release attachments later that you can attach to the Joy-Con that actually make it mouse shaped, and then it's gonna have like little buttons that have little plastic things that push the buttons down. Doom Eternal from Wish. No, the Metroid games were better. The gameplay's different though. I don't know. They're not really comparable because Metroid's like a RPG kind of thing, and Doom's more of a I don't know what you would call that. A Doom game, a shooter, a fast-paced shooter.
You can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Yeah, that I don't know how comfy holding that like a mouse is. 1-to-1 Samus arm cannon attachment. Okay, they just let you use motion controls. There has to be motion controls on this, right? Nintendo Power Glove. You're so right. They need to bring the Nintendo Power Glove back, and you just be able to plug in your Joy-Cons. And instead has a useless IR sensor, you can like move your fingers.
For intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
That looks really uncomfortable. How they're holding that right there, that looks bad. That looks really uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't look comfy.
You can explore the immersive world in 4K.
Is there VR controller like that? That's true. Like just have like a it would the Power Glove maybe because Nintendo has like a weird patent on the Power Glove and so nobody can use it. But yeah, imagine that though. Just being able to control each of your fingers and then actually having buttons on the thing. That would be so cool. Quality mode. Quality mode is 4K 60 FPS. This game is not running at 60 FPS on 4K resolution. That is not happening. This is a lie. This is a lie.
Or enjoy smoother action in full HD.
120 FPS. A Metroid Prime game at 120 FPS. I think that this is a lie. I think it's going to be maybe 40 FPS, and then it's going to be generating the rest. It's going to be AI. These are not. This is not going to be real. If it is, however, that is going to be amazing. That's going to be insane. But I don't think that's happening. I think they're lying. Or not lying, but embellishing, insisting upon themselves.
Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo
What
Switch
is
2 version
this?
as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2,
Yo, it's the Pow World ripoff.
Mario City with enhanced resolution and frame rates. The Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
Physical and digital. Wow.
And
Oh wait, so you can get a physical version of a Switch 2? Pokemon Zaza. Pokemon Zoroark. Where's the Pokemon Zoroark? I think it's supposed to be like Zygarde from X and Y, but then they never made Pokemon Z.
physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo
Imagine all the disappointed grandparents that get their kid the Switch 2 version of Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild because they don't know the difference and their kid has the Switch 1 and they don't get to play the game. Like that Arceus game, yeah. Yeah, that's why they called it Legends. It's the Pow World like ones. So it's not turn-based, it's like Pow World.
Switch version of a game, you can play
By purchasing an upgrade pack. If you already purchased these games for an absurd $60 to $70, we'll only charge you one more time in order to get a decent amount of frame rate out of it.
the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition by purchasing an upgrade.
That's actually crazy. On the PlayStation, right? If you buy a game, you get access to the PS4 and the PS5 version. I'm like 90% sure That's how that works, because I've had games on the PS5 before. And like I could just download the PS5 version that's got way better performance. Or better graphics, I guess, not usually performance. Okay. Absurd.
We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Yo, this is the hype game. This is the hype game. This is the hypest game. This is gonna be the hype. This is the game. This is gonna be the Switch 2 game. Finally, wheelchair basketball. Finally, I've been waiting all this time for wheelchair basketball. Let's go. I mean, it's a cool idea. I don't know, it's just, I don't know, there's something funny about it. Is that 2 arenas going? Is this an MMO? Oh, yo, did you see that? Can you give people a finger with motion controls? Yeah, surely you have to, right? That was sick. He like did that flip on the wheelchair.
We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches.
It's like Rocket League.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners.
Nintendo be like, yes, we make games for children predominantly. However, there's going to be hidden mechanics and features, and the skill ceiling is going to be astronomically high for no reason at all. Looking at you, Smash Bros. And Pokemon. And wheelchair basketball. Bayonetta's got a crazy skills. Wait, no, that's not for kids. No, but like predominantly, right? Like Smash. That's like you know, kind of a fun kid party game, right? Very family, you know, party game. And then the skill ceiling for all the characters is like absurd. You'll be playing it 2,000 hours on a single character. I hate this man's suit. It's a bit peculiar. He doesn't have his top button buttoned, but it's like really tight around his neck for some reason. It's strange. Or Pokemon. Pokemon is supposed to be like a fun little RPG, right? No, there's hidden IVs, EVs, traits you have to train in order to have them be like competitive in any sense. I don't know. It's wild. So this wheelchair basketball is gonna be the next esport. Mark my words. Yo, this is huge. We're getting Elden Ring for the Switch.
This world is in dire need of repair. You can see them, can't you?
The deep state, my family, leaks classified information on my birthday to the known informant, the Applebee's waitress. They all approach us clapping. Nah, dude. If they give you free food though, I'll accept the unwanted attention, but no free food? No, bro, it's not my birthday. How are they doing this? Maybe the Switch 2 is actually just a magical toaster box that can run things at 120 FPS and 4K separately. maybe it's just actually exactly what they're advertising. It's gonna have the highest quality mic that exists, and yeah, maybe it's just gonna be a magical device that can run things insanely.
That guide you through your burden.
Look at you. Wait. Oh, that's one of the things they're adding, huh?
I have
Dark Souls 2 armor?
you will become Elden
Switch 2 PvP gonna be the next move for Elden Ring PvPers? When is Owen gonna play PvP on the Switch? You're not a good gamer unless you have all gold medals on the Switch 2 arenas. Elden Switch Ring. Are they gonna add motion controls to it? Tarnished edition. Will there be camera compatibility? Can you video chat the person you're fighting in Elden Ring? Can can you say slurs to them in real time? Buy an Elden Ring Switch if he plays it, bro. I don't think Owen's buying a Switch. He's gonna have to have a Switch 2 first. I don't think he's buying a Switch. Wait, no. His roommate was playing Mario Kart, right? That means he's a Mario Kart nerd because the only people who play Mario Kart are Mario Kart nerds. So he's gonna absolutely need the Switch 2 for the new Mario Kart. And so there's gonna be Switch 2. That's Elden Ring. He's gonna buy it. So right. That is actually true. That's why he bought a PS5, isn't it? Just to play Elden Ring. Or did he have a PS5 before? I'm not sure about all the Owen lore. The only reason to own a PS5 is Demon Souls, basically. It's like there's nothing else on PS5 that's worth. Tarnished edition.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel
Oh.
introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal
Is this game still not out yet?
sinister titan of time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can
Still early access. Ah.
experienced with the original or not.
All these indie games were saving themselves for the Switch 2 release. Did she just kiss that frog? Capcom. Street Fighter 6. Yo, crit, look. You guys, you gotta get a Switch. You can play Street Fighter. There's gonna be amiibos for it too. Want to Switch 2 now? You can play it on the go. What did they do to the UI? I don't know what it's supposed to look like. They probably just had to make it fit on the Switch. Supports battle through local wireless play, which also includes new modes exclusive to Switch 2. I don't know what the... Look, wait. Bro, they're playing with the one Joy-Con. Bro, are they using motion controls? Bro, you're not a real gamer unless you play Street Fighter with a singular Joy-Con and use motion controls. Watch the skill ceiling be just absurdly higher now. Yo, they were spinning around the Joy-Con and moving. Look at this. Like spinning around in a circle to do the funny combos. Shaking it up and down, spinning. What is this? I recognize the voice. I think it just, oh yeah, that would be pretty cool. But I don't know, using a singular what is this, Armored Core?
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
Yeah.
This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom,
Is it?
the Trinitas,
This isn't Armored Core, is it?
created a weapon that was created to destroy.
It's almost Armored Core.
Because we're in the middle of a war.
What is this?
Don't you get it?
I won't just
Patrick Seats. Yeah, I definitely have heard the voice. He's 100% in Fire Emblem.
bring hope
Demon
to
X
our
Machina.
lives. Don't they?
Oh, you can pet the dog, guys. You can pet the dog.
This is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight.
Hazelight.
Super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this: if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one. Trust me. And of
Hang
course,
on.
you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
Yeah, see the disclaimer here is you have to have a girlfriend for this because you just can't play this with a homie because then you guys will just have to you guys will have to get married after that, so like that's just kind of how it is.
At EA Sports, we're bringing
EA Sports, like they make anything.
together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron.
Bro, they're pooping out slop, bruh. I'm skipping whatever that was.
Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
Isn't it already on the Switch?
With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding World like never before.
Wasn't this a very mid-open world? Okay, wait, no, hang on. That I played the heck out of Lego Harry Potter, and seeing the world is just really cool. No, I feel like it was. I'm pretty sure they had Hogwarts Legacy. Game is gas. Maybe. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? He's literally using the Force to smack him around.
Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
See, I was super obsessed with. Oh, Xenoblade X Doug. Oh yeah, Doug. Fire Emblem Warriors. Three Hopes. Granblue Versus. Yeah, I've definitely heard him many times, and several of those.
When Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Man, I don't know. Hogwarts Legacy seemed like it'd be interesting. Yo, it's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, guys. You have to get a Switch 2. What are you gonna do? Play it on your PC? Nah. The Switch can run at 4K. Hogwarts is actually pretty good. I don't know. I used to be a huge. Oh, SpongeBob! I was like, hang on, this SpongeBob. Can they do that? Can they do that? And then it was SpongeBob. Yeah, I used to be a Harry Potter nerd when I was younger. I had the DVDs, and they had the mini games on the DVDs where you could go to Diagon Alley.
Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
Yo, mouse controls, FPS.
The best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our Air
Banana.
will release on the same day as
Right.
Switch 2. Plus,
Probably get way more references. Yeah, I was Harry Potter nerd. Like I consumed all the side content or whatever, seen all the. I don't know. There's just always weird extra content for stuff that you can find if you're like obsessed with it. I don't even know. I don't know. That might be cool. Read all the books. Yeah, see, I don't know. I liked reading as a kid, but my parents never bought me books. And whenever I got a little bit of money, I would spend it on a video game. So actual nerd. M11's a real nerd. He gets the real nerd title. There's like real nerd, and then there's like a nerd, but that's kind of like a sub nerd, where it's you're only nerding about technology and not just like actual like books and fantasy and stuff.
Decided to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Is this James Bond? James Bond having stroke? Is a Honkai Star Rail? Okay, so when Genshin came out, right? I'm pretty sure that they said they were going to release it on Switch, but that never happened. So now that we have Switch 2, we can get Honkai Star Rail, because then would actually have like mobile Honkai Star Rail with LeBond James. No, because Honkai Star Rail on the Switch 2 would actually be so good. That would be good, because you can get it working on Steam Deck. Or actually, no, you can't. I had to remote access my PC to get it working on Steam Deck, and then that's goofy, and you have to have your computer on, because it doesn't. The anti-cheat doesn't like Linux for some reason, I guess. So you can't really get. So that'd be like a decent mobile experience to have Honkai Star Rail on the Switch. Microsoft also planning on releasing a portable console. Yeah, Windows thing. You can play Steam. Yeah, see, all those like handheld PCs have atrocious battery life, though. They all have that in common. It's like not really portable because you can't like leave your outlet for 1 second. But I guess I don't know how the battery on the Switch 2 better be like caked up. Otherwise, you turn on some game that runs 120 FPS, your battery's gonna just be gone. Keep on maxing, yeah. I guess so. I guess you could turn down settings and cap FPS and all that. That's true. LeBond James. Resolution and brightness. Yeah.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Is it a different one? I don't know anything about James Bond games. Bravely Default? Wait, is this the first? Wait. Yo, is this Bravely Default 1? Oh my gosh. Yo, this is one of the best. This is probably the best 3DS game, right? I love Fire Emblem, but this game is just an amazing experience. The story is crazy. Isn't this the... No? No? No, me and Stank played like some weird Tales game. No, this is like the best 3DS game. Were the box looking different in stores? Yeah, it had like a couple of different box arts, I think. Why would they show sped up combat? Another that looked just like... I think that was a Tales game. I think that's what you're thinking of. That we like had the goofy remote play trying to get to work or whatever. Have this on 3D. Yeah, this is on the 3DS. The box was black and not white. Yeah, there was a box cover where it was white and it had the cast on it, and then there was a box cover where it was black and had the fairy on it. But yeah, this game has like an absurdly good story. This also had a Street Pass feature, right? Also some of the best music ever. Like this has an amazing, insane soundtrack, right? And it had a Street Pass feature on the 3DS where you could get other people's characters and then you could use them in battle for like a second. And yeah, this was like a little town builder thing that would give you like upgrades and stuff you could get when you got Street Pass, but this is a good video game. The soundtrack is amazing.
Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster.
Flying Fairy HD Remaster. When on Street Pass. You just gotta wander in the same general direction as me to get Street Pass. Hey, that shouldn't be too hard, I think. Go back to the start of the Oh yeah. And the game starts with like an AR thing. Like the game came packed with AR cards, and you'd put the AR card like on the table, and it would start with like a cutscene in like the camera. Okay, well watch the trailer, but I won't like interrupt it this time. Or I won't pause it. Huge. Yeah, Agnes is cool. She's like the main character that can actually do things, and then the other main character is like the boy who can't do anything. Rewind. Bro, just look up Agnes Bravely Default. And all the classes were so cool and would change how you could play, and you could mix and match the different classes. It's such a good game. Oh my gosh, this was so good. It was so good. The story is amazing. It's so good. It's just so good. It's peak. It is peak, bro. Sega. Yo, I need to play these games.
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a
In collaboration. Wait, what?
Being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
What is
A game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
What?
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo.
In collaboration with Nintendo? Aren't they Nintendo? What, did they outsource the Switch too? What's happening? Ew, wait, is this another Warriors game? Okay. Another Zelda Warriors game. The smaller studios that publish for them. Okay. It's just another Warriors game, man. I've played so many of these, and it's like it's fun for the first 10 minutes, and then it's just not. Oh my goodness. Fire Emblem 3 Hopes DLC will come soon. The story leading into Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Ah yes, Warriors gameplay. Yay. I don't know, it is fun. It's like legitimately fun and then stops being fun. Is that another furry character? They added more furries? Hang on, is Zelda a furry game now? Bro, there is one non-furry character. What? Zelda? Okay, wait, no, hang on. Okay, no, that's a Gerudo, so she's human. The Goron, I don't think Goron's classified as furry. Zelda goes to FurCon. I don't think Gorons count as furries. The Zora's definitely, that's like, I don't know, scaly furries. I think it's in the same ballpark, right? That's the sheep goat man. And then we've seen the sheep goat man's wife, who I don't think is a furry, but she might have ears. What race is the tall dark woman? I don't know. She looks like she could be the same as the guy on the left. I don't know. It looks like sheep almost, but it might be its own unique thing. And then there's the bird guy over there. Yeah, Zoras and bird guys. Those count as furries. What? Talk about the human. That's a Gerudo. That's Nabooru? Whatever her name was. Yeah, she's a Gerudo. That's what the Gerudos look like, man. Every third. Okay, man. Hyrule Warriors. Whoopee! Yay! The Hyrule Warriors that came out that had all of the like previous generation of like Zelda games from like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword that had all those different characters and villains. That was peak. Everything that came after that is just slop. A sexy Ganon be in it? He has to. Or they'll release him as a DLC character for the $30 expansion pass. Coming this winter. Oh, oh.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
Okay, man.
It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo.
With support from Nintendo. We allowed them to do it.
If you're looking forward to the untold story of the
Is the Nintendo America live stream?
which took place
Is there a different one?
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online.
We are increasing the price because the value is clearly going up. So you will be paying more. We will not be notifying you of this. So you will just automatically renew at a higher cost. There's a stream bug coming soon.
Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack,
Plus expansion pack, you get the actual virtual console games that matter.
you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Is it just the voice chat again? Online pass plus ultimate pass. Yeah, see, this is huge. Game Boy Advance games. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance games. GameCube games. This is actually. Okay, no, not here. GameCube. That's actually this is good. This is good. Oh, here we go. Wind Waker. That looks like. Why did he say it like that? A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life. What? This guy never played Wind Waker. He's just like, oh, this looks like a cartoon. This is what I'm going to say about it. This guy never played Wind Waker. This is huge though. However, I think it's going to be painful not having the fast sale though. But no, Wind Waker is goated. Wind Waker. Man, I wish that you can't use the Tingle Tuner. Why is it not the Wii U version? Because that's the HD version. That's not the GameCube version. Oh, the Tingle Tuner was so good, bro. I remember actually using the Tingle Tuner, and like you could have the Game Boy Advance and have Tingle place bombs, and you could find hidden statues that you could unlock on Tingle Island. So it's just like, I don't know. That was Nintendo magic. The Tingle Tuner was Nintendo magic, and that's just gone. It's lost. You Soul Calibur 2. Okay, this one's goated. I played this for hours. I played this forever. This had like a dungeon mode or something. Yeah, you get Link. All of the characters have like so cool like different weapons that you would unlock in like the story mode or whatever. F-Zero. I'm not a big fan of racing games, but this looks like a more interesting racing game than Mario Kart. Okay, I may have jumped the gun there. It just looks like Mario Kart. You're not a racist. Yeah, I'm not much of a racist myself. I don't prefer racing games. Wow, online.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Oh, wait, actually? They got upscaling going on?
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
PlayStation 2 Bully game had a minigame. Bully was like a GTA, but like a little watered down, right? Like I heard good things about that game. Oh, you can rebind? Yo, okay. All right. All right, here we go. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is huge. Pokemon XD, also huge. Amazing. Pokemon XD was amazing. Dude, okay, so I've got... Oh, man. Shadow Lugia will be real. Pokemon used to be so cool. Pokemon used to be so cool. You catch a Pokemon on your Game Boy, you can... Or you catch a Pokemon on Pokemon XD, you can trade it to a Game Boy, and it'll have like a special move that you could only unlock in Pokemon XD. You trade it to a Game Boy, you put the Game Boy in your DS, you transfer it to a DS game, you move it on up, you can transfer from your DS game to a 3DS game. You have this fancy Pokemon that you could only get on the GameCube on your 3DS, and then now it's just like Switch slop. Super Mario Strikers. I always wanted to get that, but I just never. You can still do. I mean, yeah, you can still do that, but not with this one. You'd have to have all the original hardware, like. But like the newer stuff, right? It's just slap them in Pokemon Home. That's it. And it's like you have to pay for that. Like it's a whole separate thing. It's still technically possible. Yeah, it's possible. You do need a modded 3DS though, because I don't think you can get Pokemon Home anymore, or it doesn't work or something like that. But yeah, it is possible. You need a Super Nintendo, I think, that can play, because it can play Game Boy games. There's like a thing. There's like a thing you plug into it that lets it play Game Boy games. You have to use that to get it to like a you have to use that to get it to Game Boy Advanced, which you can then, easily transfer, like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Gales of Darkness. You transfer that to Game Boy, plug that into a DS, move that on over. Is a DS with a GBA cartridge slot? Yeah. Yeah, the DS Lite and the original DS had Game Boy cartridge slots. They were so cool. And there were certain Pokemon that would appear in the games if you had a Game Boy Pokemon game slotted. Like there were certain Pokemon that you could only get if there was a like Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald or Fire Red or Leaf Green plugged in. And that's so cool. Like that's Nintendo unique like magic personality right there. Right? And that's the Switch is just absent of all personality. Luigi's Mansion? I hear that's Pokemon Coliseum.
GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack launches the same day as the
Nintendo's old library is keeping them alive. Isn't there a Pokemon turn-based RPG? Pokemon Conquest? Oh yeah, on the DS, and you could get a Manaphy, I think it was, the little blue guy. You could transfer that to one of the main Pokemon games. And that was the only place you could get it.
Designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has.
Oh, I can't wait to not be able to buy one of these. Bro, I tried forever to get a Nintendo 64 controller from Nintendo. Their website wouldn't let me buy it. You needed an active online subscription, by the way, which I did have at the time. They would not let me buy it. So I tried a different card, wouldn't let me buy it. I asked a friend to buy it. It wouldn't let them buy it. I asked another friend to buy it. It wouldn't let them buy it. So they were probably out of stock, but wouldn't tell you that and just say, oh, there was an error. Sorry, try it again later. We're seeing it in GameStop for $20. I remember when GameStop used to have deals, man. You could go into the bargain bin and get like a decent game for like $15. I remember Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube. I got that for like $7 at GameStop. You used to be able to buy games. You used to be able to buy games as a child. Now everything's $60, and if it's used, it's $55. Wow. Yeah, no one's gonna be able to get their hands on this. Oh yeah. Any decent DS game is extremely expensive.
exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube.
Man, Soul Calibur 2 though, that's pretty cool.
You can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch.
Game Boy Advance huge also.
Okay, let's see some more games from our
There's so many good games on Game Boy Advance. What is this? Maybe the price will deflate now that they're releasing them. Nope. Wait, no, this is Undertale. No, Deltarune. 3+4 new. Oh, Deltarune was saving the full release for the Switch 2. Deltarune. Too bad I don't care. Sans Undertale. They put Sans Undertale in this game. Sans. I mean, I want to play it. I really liked Undertale, so like, this is gonna be good, right? I mean, I'm not like extraordinarily hyped to play it, but I mean, I want to play it. Like, it's on the list. And yeah, waiting for it to be done because like the first chapter release.
I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2.
He's doing what now? If Borderlands 4 gonna run on this Switch?
We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way. Hi.
Bro, the Switch 2 is allegedly going to be an insane beast and powerhouse of a console.
We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Oh yeah, Clash of Clans, man. Oh wait, Settlers of Catan.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx. And I'm Ben Bishop. Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, sports games. Ooh. You know, sports games are still some of the biggest video games because there's just more slop consumers than there are normal people. I don't even know. I don't even know. Get the Gearbox CEO. He does look kind of funny. He did look kind of funny. Switch 2 better. The Switch 2 is going to be better than my PC, apparently. 4 Kids Stranded. What the heck is this? Yo, Survival Craft Slop? Aw. Sports games are fun? To escape the island. And then you escape the island. That's wait, that's it? You escape the island, the game's over. Survival Raft on the Kindle Fire. What's this?
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Enter the Gungeon 2.
Countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game. We're excited.
That looks like a lot. Was this Slime Rancher? Maybe not. I'll play Bullet Hills. My prefrontal cortex will explode. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot going on. That space game? That's not No Man's Sky. What is it? It was popular a few years back. Star Seeker. Astroneer Expedition. Adam Badowski. Cyberpunk going on the Switch? Hang on. Okay, so the Switch 2 is beefier than the PS5 and the Xbox, apparently. 4K 120 FPS, by the way. Nintendo Switch 2. It can run Cyberpunk 4K 120 FPS. Bro, that is crazy. I don't know how these things are gonna run, bro. This thing's gonna be like 10 times better than the Steam Deck, apparently. Final Fantasy VII Remake? They're doing what now? The PS4 couldn't even run this thing. I mean, this was a pretty optimized game, though. But PS4 could not handle it. It runs really well on the Steam Deck, though. This is so false advertising. It has to be. The video's in 30 FPS because the gameplay is also going to be in 30 FPS. Man, Elden Ring, Cyberpunk. Guys, we were duped. This is a fake video. None of this was true. Literally, none of this was true. That's actually crazy, dude. This was all an elaborate joke by the Silksong subreddit. All of this about the Switch 2 is fake. Of course the Switch 2 is not going to run 120 FPS. Of course it's not going to go up to 4K. You know how I know this is fake? Because this says Silksong. Every time there's a Silksong mentioned, it's fake. Silksong's not coming out. 2025. They just never played Hollow Knight, so they never cared about Silksong. Okay, so step 1, go play Hollow Knight. And then, yeah, make sure to play Hollow Knight. Yeah. What is this? Good night, universe. What are you, a baby? Literal baby game? No? What do you mean no? You have to play Hollow Knight. It's one of the must-play games. Posture check? I don't have my water. He's using all the redeems. Oh my goodness. Stretching is a lot more impactful now that I'm like sore from work. Oh my gosh. I won't. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Pardoras? The what? The what now? Pandora's are. Do you do follow me or the redeem? The what? The what, huh? The where who? What? Yo, it's that Monster Hunter game that, like, didn't go anywhere. Puyo Puyo Tetris? Rune Factory? Yo. Rune Factory, pretty good game. Tetris Sweats or something else? Bro, you play against someone who's good at Tetris, you're not winning. Like, and it's gonna feel extremely bad losing. They just always have an empty block or whatever. Or have it completely filled in, and then perfectly planned everything, and then they'll just delete their entire box instantly. 48 hours at the Rune Factory. Rune Factory is actually a crazy good game. I don't. The last. Wait, was it the last one? I think yeah, the last one released for Switch and it could not run. So I don't know. I don't know how this. I don't know how this one's gonna be. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Yo, I had a. It's Storm. It's Iron Fist. No. I had a game I would. It was just a joystick and Spider-Man's face, and you'd plug it into the TV and it'd have the game like this. Marvel Rivals DLC. Star Wars Outlaw. Yo, guys, it's the Assassin's Creed slop. I'm such a hater. Oh my gosh. Most of these things deserve it, though, honestly. Fast Fusion. Wow. Shadow Labyrinth. Oh, interesting. Isn't Ubisoft dead? No, Kiddo keeps buying For Honor and buying For Honor skins, so they're staying in business. Kiddo's literally single-handedly keeping them in business. Fast Fusion looked like the Fortnite card game. It did. What is this? This is the artist for Fire Emblem Fates. Reanimal. It's just Little Nightmares. What? Oh, Fortnite, guys. Fortnite. In case anyone had any doubts, Fortnite will be on the Switch too. Thank goodness. Wait, this Lego. Okay, the Lego Fortnite. Is that a boss? Wait, did they add more to Lego Fortnite? They didn't just abandon it? So excited for my fourth random ranked teammate to be on Switch too. Yeah, but who cares? Bro, remember when we actually legit played it and then just... Oh my gosh, I remember making a bridge across an entire ocean to get to a different biome or whatever. Who cares about Lego Fortnite? I actually have a buddy who exclusively plays Lego Fortnite, and he got to level 700 in the Battle Pass playing Lego Fortnite. Lego Fortnite for 2 days. I mean, that's about the normal lifespan of playing Lego Fortnite, honestly. You can beat it. You must be insane. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Arcade Archives. Yo, another racing game. Professor Layton. Professor Layton games were cool. Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi Plaza. Human Fall Flat 2. Is this a shadow drop? I will say, if you're like exclusively playing on the little Switch handheld, this is an insane upgrade. Human Fall Flat was pretty cool. I liked it. The puzzles were cool.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partner.
This is going to be huge. It's going to be big.
Please take a look.
This is going to be the biggest release ever. Oh, no one else wanted to play because it wasn't a grimy shooter? See, we got it. Tarkov 2. No Tarkov on the Switch. All right, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be Fire Emblem. It's gonna be the Fire Emblem Fates remake with the face petting minigame restored, all 3 paths on a single cartridge. That's what it's gonna be. What is this? Am I supposed to know what this is? Mario 4. Oh, what'd she say? It should have been me. I should have felt the touch of a woman.
My life. Turn
and transport him to a night of moonlight.
Oh, this is the new Bloodborne. Bloodborne 3. If they made a Bloodborne 2, it would have had to be at 60 FPS, but now they can make a different Bloodborne and it's going to be at 30 FPS again. As to not ruin the aesthetic. This is Bloodborne 2 and it's the story of the Blood Vial. Yeah, I don't remember the story of Bloodborne at all. It was so long ago when I played that. It was actually my first From Software game was Bloodborne. Yo, it's Wukong. Yo, it's the fat armor. Jetpack? That was definitely Loki with a katana. Yo, it's Emil from Nier Automata. It's I don't even know what I'd call that guy. Wait. He jumped off. Is he a vampire? That one guy from Lies of P. Is he a vampire? Oh, whoa, yo, what the heck? What the hell? What's wrong with that frog? Why'd they do that to the frog? Who is she? What?
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
Can I get her snap? Yo, it's the big wolf guy. Yo, he's got the guts. He got the guts berserk moveset. I like how I still recognize half these animations. Yeah. Random T-Rex. The Dusk Bloods. Put Kanye in the game. I like how most of those animations are just the same ones that we've already known. Yo, is that a rat pigeon bird thing? From Soft exclusive Switch 2. Available only on the Switch 2. You guys want a Bloodborne type game on PC? Well, you guys can keep yourself safe. We don't care. It's going on the Switch 2. They give the rat human eyes. No, see, Miyazaki getting real freaky with it. See, this is gonna have like a woman's voice, and she's gonna be the one that levels you up.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software.
Also barefoot. The rat's gonna. It's because the rats have 4 feet. It's also gonna have human feet that are photorealistic.
Voice article, where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game, so please check it out when it's available. That's all from our publishing and development.
That's actually crazy. You have to have a Switch 2 just for the new FromSoft.
As well as our publishing and
Miyazaki played Zenless Sun Zero, saw the rat chick, and had inspiration. What's her name? Jane Doe? That's what it was, right? I can't believe I got that right. Wait 2 years for emulation.
development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
another thing? They just showed the last thing, I thought. You notice when a new console drops, they need to hire From Software an exclusive game to sell the console. They're like, all right, our console, it's not going to be that great. However, FromSoft title, that'll fix it. That'll fix it. All right, guys, remake Demon Souls real quick. We got to sell this PS5. And then that probably killed off the Xbox. Because it's like, you just own a PS5. There's zero reason to own an Xbox at all. Switch 2. What is this? This is going to be Smash. Kirby? Oh, it's going to be Smash. Or are they just advertising a new Kirby game? Kirby died. Rip Kirby. Remember when Kirby was like the main guy for Smash Ultimate for some reason? And then you start the quote-unquote story mode with only Kirby. Xbox didn't do an exclusive. Now they're dead. Kirby Fortnite collab. But oh. What's happening here? Why Kirby got jet engines on the star? It's just a new Kirby game, huh? Air Ride? Is it a Kirby racing game? Bro, nah, who buying Mario Kart and a Kirby racing game? Air Riders, oh. Okay, but like, is there a market for people to buy multiple racing games?
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago.
Oh, it's a GameCube game.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Is it? At least it's not those bad cozy farming games. They posted another Nintendo game and other games. Is it a... Yeah, the wheelchair basketball. Do they have more of a... Yeah, it's just the wheelchair basketball. Let me see. Hey. Yeah. Here, we'll finish this. There's like 10 minutes left on this.
Is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
Last trailer? Another last trailer? This is their third last trailer. Pikmin? Wheelchair basketball. You missed the wheelchair basketball reveal? They're like, all right, here's going to be the only game that uses 2 mouse inputs. Wheelchair basketball. Ingot Isle. What is this? This is not Pikmin? Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong? Oh, he got the Mario movie face, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I think he looked better before. That one Donkey Kong fan on YouTube is ecstatic. I mean, Donkey Kong games are pretty good. Yo, is this a voxel game? What the heck? Yo, what the heck? Huh? Yo, is this an actual open world sandbox game? What is going on here? This looks actually insane. What? Hang on. Holy what? There's a lot going on here. Oh, it's got... Okay, so it's still got side-scroller levels. And the minecart levels. Yeah, no, his face is... This is not it. This is not it. Like this new Shrek. Yeah, it's like Donkey Kong looked good before. He looked fine. That's how he looked, and now he's this. Yo. Yo, the fish winky face, the ostrich woman. Yo, what the heck? Banana. Fire Emblem Heroes April Fool's video. The Fire. Oh, I did not see that. Okay, we're watching that next. The I forget which Fire Emblem Heroes video it was, but it was the one with Ash and she was like playing the guitar. That one was a good one. That was such a good video. Oh my goodness. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Okay, this looks like an actual like crazy good video game. This looks like a Nintendo game when Nintendo cared about doing things.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza.
He died.
Incredible strength, smash through
They literally spoiled the ending. He just dies at the end.
the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world.
Demolishing entire map speedrun. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Just obliterate the entire map so it's flat. You flatten the planet. Wario Land is the game? Wait. Could you do this sort of stuff in Wario Land? And then there's Chunky. He's dead. DK. Chunky's dead.
More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
This actually looks really hype.
Thank you for watching so far.
Do they have another last trailer? Freaky Kong.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Nintendo Switch 2 not gonna be running 120 FPS on anything but like one or two games. 4K. Also, actually, I could. It probably can do 4K, right? But like 30 FPS.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Hardware options?
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
That's not even a bundle. It's not a bundle. Bro, that's a digital version. Oh, so after you buy this, then there's already a code inside that you can put in to go and download Mario Kart. It saves you the effort of putting in your credit card details to get it from the eShop. I don't know, I just think it's stupid.
Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
We've covered a lot of information.
At least on the 3DSs, right? When you got a bundled 3DS that came with a digital game, that digital game was already installed on the 3DS. So like you wouldn't have to go and download it. It was just there. It was on the 3DS. It was part of the 3DS package deal.
But that's all we have to share.
The first.
Please check the official Nintendo
No, I think these are different because I'm pretty sure the bundle is going to cost more.
Switch 2 website.
You think they're going to give out their $80 Mario Kart for free?
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We're very much
You'll just have to wait a bit longer for launch, and then wait a year after that when the scalpers get bored.
Joining us today. Thank you very much.
New games look great. I think so too. Scalpers will move to PS6. Oh yes, the PS6. No, the PS5 Pro. That's what it is. All right. Here's wheelchair basketball. Crit apparently missed the wheelchair basketball scene. Love Mario Kirby carts. I mean, I wouldn't call them slop, right? Because they have I don't know. They're not quite slot, but like it's just a racing game. That's pretty much the same thing every time. I mean, I suppose honestly. Well, they add new little things, but I think it's a little bit away from slop. Now this wheelchair basketball game, this is the next esport. Look at the skill ceiling. Look at that. This is the next esport, and esports players are gonna have to have real skills to be able to play this video game. CSGO players, Valorant players, they'll be in shambles. They won't be able to compete in this kind of video game. Wheelchair basketball gonna go hard. Put this in VR chat. They put it in VR chat. The Nintendo will have nothing on their new console because Donkey Kong doesn't come out for another couple months after it. I mean, well, because I think they add some things to the Mario Kart thing. At least like new tracks, right? Like new tracks, that's interesting. They add like new mechanics, you know, new like vehicle customizations, right? It's like it is slightly separated from slop. All right, what was it? Here is April Fools. What is this? 2 years ago, 4 years ago. Wait. Fire Emblem Heroes, April Fools. The Lonely Puppeteer. Oh, this one's so good. We'll just watch this one. Not actual gameplay footage. Literally just a little music video with the characters. How about add boats like Diddy Kong Racing? So good. It's also trip in hindsight. Bro, seeing Ash play the bass guitar was so cool. Oh my goodness. Ash is still my only exclusive 5-star plus 10 character. I think Ash is the best Fire Emblem Heroes exclusive character. Never fly the Valor and look cool. Poor Veronica. Veronica just like had just such a bad everything, dude. Okay, what was it doing? Baldur movie? Is this what it is? 2 years ago? This was 2 years. Baldur movie? Is this it? Who is this? This is a new character that I don't know yet. This is from the story? This is from the new story? What is happening? What is this? Oh my gosh. Bro. Fire Emblem Heroes be appealing to the lowest common denominator. She did win. Choose your legend. I hate Fire Emblem players. Okay, we watch this again. This one was better. No, I did not like that song. This animation is so much cooler. It's probably because of Ash though. They keep voting Sigurd, and he keeps not winning. Sigurd even is. He's from that one Japanese locked. I think that's Fire Emblem 4. I think. It's Emblem Unison, Fire Emblem Heroes. Yeah. Yeah, like Lyn. I hate Lyn. I hate how there's like 20 Lyns and there's like a new Lyn every year. And Robin and Chrome. No, but see, those are cool characters from Fire Emblem from Fire Emblems that I played. Also Ash. Ash just makes this video a lot better. Ash is the cowgirl, by the way. Not really Chrome. I mean, Chrome was cool. Chrome was good. He was like mostly the main character of Awakening. Ash is not the one with the tambourine. She's the one with the bass guitar. Ash, no. No, Ash is the cowgirl. Not the other Ash from the... No. Alright. Didn't Blech debut in Fire Emblem Heroes? Oh yeah, because he came out. He was in Fire Emblem Heroes before Three Houses was out. And that was really funny. Yeah, it was male Blech, and he had like some stupid speed attack skill, which was good when he came out. Then not after that. He got power crept into oblivion. Yeah. Power creep. GG's, yep. That's all, folks. I guess I got other stuff to do. Gotta get ready for work tomorrow. I gotta do laundry because it rained today, and I was in the rain, and then my dog peed on my bed yesterday, and so I had to clean my sheets. Lots of laundry. I'm in a power creep competition. My opponent is Gotcha Games. No. Nasty. Wait, they have comments turned on. I want to find out the prices. Wait, where's the prices? How do we find the prices? Nintendo Switch 2 website. Don't cookie, guys. Alright, where's the prices? Yep, nothing. Oh. What is that? Arby's classic roast beef sandwich? There isn't any? Tried to look? Okay. Alright, no prices yet. Arby's sounds fire right now. You're so right. I'm also starving. I haven't eaten since the last time I've eaten, which was like 8 hours ago. Arby's is good. They have like, I don't know, it feels like real meat. Like McDonald's is like, is this like part rubber, part like, you know, rat droppings? What could it be? What couldn't it be? You know, it's maybe not quite meat, but it's It's okay. But Arby's like is actually like McDonald's. Arby's good though. Like Arby's chicken nuggets, it like actually tastes like chicken. And not whatever the other places used to make their chicken nuggets. McDonald's. Glob of salmon sauce. The Minecraft meal with nether sauce? Is that a real thing? Gotta ask for it. Gotta ask for the Minecraft nether meal. Bro, Stank's been texting me this whole time when he could have been in here in the chat. But he hates us. Actually crazy. Nether sauce. Just wait, that it is real. Oh my gosh, I have to go to McDonald's to get the Minecraft meal. It's $3 more with like they put an extra pickle to make a creeper face on the burger or something. He refuses to talk to anyone else. Live stream the Minecraft meal review. I am really good at reviewing food. Like feeding him drugs or something? I'm not feeding Stank anything. Okay, I say he's texting me, but he's just sending me Facebook reels. So like, you know. Oh my gosh. That's a lot. Yeah, I'll go through those. Yeah, I'll go through those. Could have been here with us watching the Dookie. I mean, I guess that wasn't bad. A lot of the game, some of the games looked good, and they're definitely lying about what the Switch 2 can actually do. But I don't know. We'll see when the prices come out. We'll see when the prices come out. Yeah, it's like, okay, whatever. Some kid might buy that, yada yada, and then from new exclusive FromSoft game. Have to see when it comes out. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be interested to see what the reviewers have to say when the Switch comes out. I want a durability test on these magnets. I also want to see this run any video game. If it could run the games like Elden Ring and Cyberpunk at 60 FPS, which I know it's probably not. It's not going to be doing that. But not for actual gaming. I mean, if they're not lying, it could be for actual gaming. If they're not lying about what it can do, it could be for actual gaming. But we'll see. We'll see if the mic can pick you up from across the living room and perfectly catch your voice with a blender going in the background. Don't like the titles. You just gotta chill out, Crit. You gotta play a soft, cozy game. I don't even know what they I don't even remember what they had besides the FromSoft and the Donkey Kong. Other Wii U games, I guess. Bravely Default, actually. Bravely Default is insanely good. Or Out of Your Mind? No. I don't know. I don't know if I guess if strategy games don't tickle your brain. Oh yeah, GameCube. Yeah, the GameCube coming to the virtual console kind of crazy. All right. Well, I gotta get to eating and laundry and stuff. Game Boy, yeah, Game Boy Advance. Hey, I don't think I've actually looked at it since they added the Game Boy Advanced ones. Might be some good stuff on there. For sure. They got Minish Cap, I know that. Minish Cap was crazy. Was good. I know it was like one of the few Zelda games that had like points of no return where you could actually miss an item. You could just lock your save out of having light arrows. Alright. Alright, guys. I'm gonna hop off. It's getting late. I gotta eat and all that stuff. Alright. I'm not rating anybody. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. Alright, bye-bye, guys.